All right, guys, I'm happy to be here. And today's lesson is about wholesaling real estate or being an agent. Again, wholesaling real estate as an investor or being a real estate agent. So let's dive in without any further delay. Just want to let you guys know I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to change your life. And let's get started. Um, when I was first starting out in real estate, 2006, fourth quarter, I didn't know anything about real estate. Okay. I thought I had to become a real estate agent. So I paid $1,500 and I also hooked my brother up and we both went to real estate school. And, then at the end of it, I realized that I didn't need to become a real estate agent because if I wanted to do investing versus being a real estate agent, where my brother went and got his license, and I decided that even though I paid $1,500 and sit in class for so many days and took all these tests, that I'm not going to get my license. So he went and wore the hat of being a real estate agent. I went and became an investor. So now that I own a real estate brokerage firm, and now that I've been a real estate investor since 2006 fourth quarter, which has been quite a while, I have a greater understanding of the difference between wholesaling real estate versus being a real estate agent. Many people confuse the line. Now, someone that's owned a real estate brokerage firm, which means that I had this is the company and we had different agents working for us. Um, and real estate agent, what they do is they sell real estate on behalf of someone else. So again, this is the real estate agent. They'll go find a seller and they'll sell this seller's property on their behalf. Okay. Now that's what the agent does. A real estate wholesaler, what he or she's doing is this is them. They're going and finding sellers and they want to buy their property. Okay. Simple. So again, a wholesaler, what they do is they're acting for their own interest. They're not trying to contact the seller and say, "Hey, can I get a listing?" They're contacting the seller and saying, "I want to buy your home. I want to purchase your home, and here's my offers." And if you're you know, been following me at MrFluff.com, you know that not only do I give deep discount offers, I also give owner financing. So if you want to learn about that, okay, if you want to learn about that, then get on MrNoFluff.com or join my Abundance Club. Okay, it's a mastermind. We meet every Saturday, and it costs $76. Okay. Anyways, less than a cup of coffee. We meet 4 times a week. So the real estate wholesaler contacts the seller and says, "Look, I want to buy your property," and that's where we're going to stop for right now. And the real estate agent contacts the seller and says, "Look, I want to list your house, and then I want to sell it on your behalf." So, being a real estate agent, you're just the middleman. Okay, your job is to find listings, or if in a sense, or if you're the buyer's representation, to find buyers. Okay, or some agents do both. They find the listings and they find the buyers. Okay, as a real estate investor, your job is to go find deals that you want to purchase yourself. Again, you're looking for deals to purchase yourself. Okay, you're not trying to list it. You're not trying to sell someone else's home because you can't do that. There's laws against that. Okay, but being an investor and investing for yourself, there's no laws against that because I'm looking to buy properties for me. Now, then some of you guys will say, "Mike, well, how can I wholesale real estate without having a license?" Well, I just explained that because guess what? If you're going to invest, be an investor, and you're looking for sellers for yourself, then you're not going to need a license because you're buying it for yourself. But if you're an agent, what they do is they're going out there and representing some other person to sell someone else's property, not their own property. Okay, then you will need an agent. Okay, now I'm not an attorney. I'm not giving you financial advice. This is from 25 years of experience as being an entrepreneur and a real estate investor and a real estate brokerage owner. Okay, that's why I'm just giving you where I'm coming from. So now question two is some of you guys are going to be asking is, well, Mike, how can I wholesale real estate if I don't have any money or I don't have credit, because you say and other people say that you can buy real estate and wholesale real estate without money in cash. And that is, let me answer that. That's absolutely correct. The way that works is very, very simple, but it's complex to do. Is This is me. I will go market to a motivated seller, and I tell them I want to buy the property, which I do. I want to put it under contract, which gives me now equitable interest in the property. Then at that time, I have the option to do two things. I can close on the deal myself, or I can assign or do what's called a double closing to some other person. Okay. And that's how I will do the transaction without having a real estate license, because I'm not trying to find a motivated seller to just get a listing and sell it for someone else. No, I'm trying to make the maximum profit. I'm not looking to make 3% or 6%. I don't want to. I don't want to be a real estate agent. I don't want to be a realtor. I don't want to do that. I want to be an investor. I want to take all the profits for myself. So I'm here to represent myself versus to represent someone else like a real estate agent. So to answer the question is, how can you do wholesaling without money or credit? And the answer is, you're just putting a contract on the property and you have an equitable interest, and then you can close on it yourself if you have the money you want to buy yourself, like I do, as turn to rental properties, or you can turn around and wholesale to an in cash buyer, like a fix and flipper, like a landlord, etc. If it's a subject to deal, if it's a creative financing, then you can put in there um, tenant buyers. Okay, where you create a new note and etc. I'm not going to get into that. All right. Um, but so simply put, do you need a license to buy houses for your own for your own profile, or for your own rental, or for your own investment? I'm not an attorney or CPA or anything like that, but from my understanding of 25 years doing it, no. Okay. I'm buying for myself. When I buy properties for myself, I have the right to use a real estate agent or not. Now, if you're going to be a real estate agent without a license, then you're definitely going to get in trouble. Okay, there's laws for that. So, can I go sell someone else's property for them? No, I can't do that. Okay, I'm not trying to be a real estate agent. Okay, but can I go and buy a property for myself? Absolutely. And so that is the difference between being a real estate agent versus a wholesaler. An agent has to meet certain types of criteria in education. They have to get a license. They have to pay all this MLS fees, office fees, etc. And they have to work in some kind of parameter. Okay. Whereas a wholesaler, or someone that's going to invest for themselves, they're looking to make all the money. They're not looking to make 3% or 6%, or they're not looking for a parameter. They're acting for their own interest. Where an agent has a fiduciary duty to act on the behalf of whoever they're representing, if it's the buyer, the seller, etc. Okay, where an investor, for example, if I talk to a seller and the house has is worth 100, and they own it free and clear, and they're willing to give it to me for 30,000 or 50,000, as an investor, I don't have to tell them, hey man, you're leaving so much equity on the property. I don't have to tell them that. It's none of my business. My business is, I'm like, yes, I just bought this property with significant equity. But as an agent, if I was their agent, I would say, hey, Mary, the house is worth 100. Are you sure you really want 30? Because we probably could get 100 for it, or 90, but we could increase the profit for you, because I was their agent. But that's why I don't want to be an agent. But some people love being an agent, and I have much respect for that. There's nothing wrong with being a real estate agent. The great power is that if you're a real estate agent and you know some of the strategies that I teach at Mr. No Fluff, then you're very, very powerful. You're what I call a Superman closer, because you have two briefcases. The first briefcase is what you have your tools for investors, like you have your cash offers and term offers and creative financing and etc. Okay, and then on the other briefcase you have your real estate uh, tools. Like the tools will be just like doing short sales and normal listings and property management, etc. So now you have two tools. So whenever you go to a homeowner, you can offer them a variety of options under the moons and the stars, guys, on the moons and the stars, right? And give that seller the best option. If they want to sell it deep, Well, guess what? You're already there as an agent, and you could buy it for yourself. If you want to sell it, if you just want to list it, guess what? You're already there. You're an agent. You can list it. So being a real estate agent has a lot of benefits, but it also has cons too, which is like increases your liability. You have to give uh, more disclosures, and more disclosures, and increases your liability. So end of the day, I went to real estate school, spent all the money, sat in the class. At the very end, I realized that, golly, I don't even need to be a real estate agent because it increases my liabilities. I have to get more disclosures. I'm just better off just being an investor and that way. Like I said, my brother went and became a real estate broker. So everyone's different. End of the day, do what works for you. This is not financial advice, or I'm not a CPA attorney. I'm just a refugee to America that's the alchemist that knows how to turn $100 into my dreams. I can materialize stuff just through closing my eyes and just sitting there. And that's what I want to teach you, that you can be whatever you want to be in America. You don't have to have a job. You don't have to sit in traffic. You don't have to do what you hate to do, right? For that cheese, for that little ass cheese, okay? And then having your escape being on your days off, okay? Watching TV or going out, hanging out with your family, or that's the only time you got. Basically, every day is an amazing day, guys. You live in one of these free countries. You can be your dreams if you're just willing to risk it. You know, I was reading a quote today from Elon Musk. Okay, and I posted on my Instagram. He said that he sold his PayPal, and let's say he had this much money. So out of this much money, this much of it he invested in Tesla. This much of it he invested in the solar panel business. This much of it he invested in the rocket business, and he had no money for his rent, and he had to borrow money. So at the end of the day, if you want to be your dreams, you got to sacrifice, man. There's no shortcuts about it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to sacrifice, you're not willing to work, then yes, you got to get a job. You got to hate your job, sit in traffic, do all this crappy stuff you don't want to do. But if you're willing to improve yourself, you're willing to be your dreams, America's the best way. Okay, guys. One other announcement: uh, the Abundance Club, guy, our mastermind. We meet every Saturday. If you're new, if you're a pro, if you're in the middle, if you own a hair salon, you own a construction business, you own a pizza business, car business, internet business, IT business, guys, you need to join up, okay, and be part of our team. I interact with you every Saturday. It's not like a sales pitch. I don't sell nothing. You come in here, I improve your life, and my goal is to help you be your dreams in America without debt. That's the key. Without a bank loan, without a stinky banker. And who else in America preaches that? No one, dude. They're telling you to get a home equity loan. They're telling you to put it on your credit card. They're telling you to get into debt. I'm the only dude that says, screw the banker, dude. Screw the banker. You can be your dreams, but just closing your eyes and just and going at it, man. Hustle. Thank you, guys. Please share it or like.